Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak here today and to share my story and my experiences. So, as we all know, senior year of high school is perhaps one of the most stressful years out of any student's career because that is literally the moment, that is the year when you get to determine the fate of your life and the fate of your life ahead. So, when every student receives that acceptance letter, it's a moment of joy. But when every student receives a rejection letter, that is not only a sadness that they take upon themselves, but is also a reflection of the sadness of their parents. Because our hard work is not only every student's, but also our parents. As a child growing up, my father told me that if you work hard, you'll be able to succeed. What do we know that as? We know that as the American dream. No, we believe that the American dream that as long as you work hard, your progeny will be able to reap the fruits of your labor. But when I receive these rejection letters, I feel that maybe that dream is not mine. Maybe I don't have a share in that part of that dream. Now, just a brief summary of my statistics for everyone to know. I was ranked second among my class of 1,002 students. My GPA was about 4.67. I have an SAT score of 2230, a perfect ACT score, 13 AP classes, numerous extracurricular events such as debate, speech and debate, choir, piano, etc. I mean, I was a qualified student, but I'm not here to brag about my achievements. I'm just saying, when I didn't get into these institutions, what did I feel? Obviously, I felt sadness. I felt despair. But most of all, I felt helpless. Why? Because when these institutions and admissions offices, when they place quotas, when they say that just because you're Asian Americans will set higher standards for you, I felt that, well, I can't change who I am. Being Asian is a part of my identity. It's something I should be proud of. But when there are times when I feel like maybe I was born to the wrong race, when I'm ashamed of being Asian, that's not correct. Last month was Asian Heritage Month. It was a month where Asian Americans, Asian people in the United States could celebrate and be proud of who they are. But when our admission offices set these standards and quotas against us, we don't feel proud of being Asian anymore, and that's not correct. See, all races should be equal to each other. But then when people tell you everyone is equal, but some people are more equal than others. Now, in American history, we clearly know that phrase never worked. See, I felt this despair and I felt this anger, which is why I decided to file complaints towards Princeton, Yale, and Stanford with no results whatsoever. Because I feel that I have a dream, and so do many other Asian American students in the United States who want to achieve the best they want, and that's what also their parents want for them. But when we are unable to achieve that because people see that we're Asian American, our merits and our hard work then go to waste. We feel that as if we didn't achieve anything after all. See, it is important for us to stand up to this inequality, and it's important for us to have a voice to tell people that we are not alone, that we deserve what we get, and we need to have equal opportunity. Because what is the future of America? The future of America rests on the shoulders of these bright students, these bright young individuals who will one day change the world. But when you extinguish their dreams and tell them you can't achieve that because of your race or your identity, then what are they supposed to feel? Martin Luther King once said, "I have a dream." Everyone has a dream. Each and every single one of us has a dream, and it shouldn't be extinguished. Definitely not by racism, definitely not by inequality. So we need to achieve our dreams. We all need to let these bright students achieve their dreams to make our world a better place. How did I feel when these colleges told me, "We didn't accept you"? I was definitely qualified for these schools, but I didn't get in. It was my dream to attend these schools, but when that dream is extinguished, what is just a bright young student supposed to feel? Despair, helplessness, nowhere and no one to turn to. We want to give these students an opportunity, an equal opportunity, because we all believe in the American dream. Because at the end of the day, not only are we Asian, or not only are we American, we're Asian American, and we also deserve a part in this dream. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michael, for speaking on behalf of the countless students who have experienced your sad experience. And I can see, Jeff, you've raised a great song. Now it is my honor to introduce to you our Congressman Dana Rohrabacher. He has a very tight schedule, but nevertheless had made it to our conference.
Today, we are sending a message, and I am proud to stand with my fellow Americans in stating to the Department of Education and to the higher education institutions of our country and to the rest of the people of the United States that any admission system to a university that is designed to limit Asian American applicants is not acceptable, it is morally wrong, and it infringes on the constitutional rights of Americans. This is not an issue just for Asian Americans. This is an issue for all Americans to be committed to the ideal that all of us will be judged equally and that those who do the best job will get the best positions. And what we have now is an insidious form of discrimination that has caused great harm to specific individuals simply because of their race. That is unacceptable. Asian Americans and other ethnic minorities should not be measured with separate criteria. There should be one criteria for all Americans when they are applying to higher education or anywhere else. And the time has come to put our foot down and to recognize this has been going on. People know that it's been going on. I tried to deal with it 20 years ago and frankly got shoved to the back of the line and the issue was obscured and then forgotten. And during that time period, thousands of Asian American students have actually suffered damage in that they have not had the educational rights that they deserve, and instead we just sort of let that go. No longer are we going to ignore that. Today is the first step towards correcting that bad situation, and I am proud to take that big step with you. I am sending on a letter with the congressional stationaries, congressional letterhead, supporting your call for this investigation of Harvard. And I will be asking all of you to call your member of Congress and ask them to sign on to my letter. So instead of just sending it from me, it'll be a letter from, let's say, 20, 30 members of Congress. But you've got to do the legwork. You've got to go out and tell the people who represent you throughout the United States that they need to sign on to that letter. Furthermore, I will be authoring, in cooperation with all of you, a piece of legislation that will require the Department of Education to do a study where we can actually officially document these, I would say, crimes of discrimination against Asian Americans. We need to make sure that it is proven and it's verified and that it's out there and to give us the leverage that we need to correct the situation. So I'll follow up. Got the letter of support, but follow up with legislation demanding an official investigation and report. And with that said, I wish you all luck. I come from Orange County, California. We are very proud in Orange County. We have a board of supervisors that has 5 people on it. Guess what? 3 of them are Asian Americans. So, I think that we can get to a point, if we can get in Orange County, we can get to a point where we're going to elect, as the people who make our laws, the best people, and they all happen to be Asian Americans this time. That's a great thing. That's a wonderful step forward. So let's make this country what it was supposed to be, and we're going to do this together. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, Congressman Donna Rohrabacher.